So yeah, we're gonna be continuing on for. So yeah. Look at that wave falling day though. In game. Well, at least we could do chapter 4 at least. The cool part about Fontaine is that you could actually swim in the water without wasting your stamina. So yeah, because in other parts of Tibet, when you swim you waste your stamina, and that you can't swim in that parts of Tibet for after a while swimming. They consider it drowning, bro. Even if you're even if the water's not that deep. So yeah, it's just stupid in my eyes. Well, they don't want it thin out.
You're right. And playing things like this is very to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Mom was probably arguing up a tree right now to stop her.
Meanwhile, in the opera, epically.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Carpathian.
Oh, so we're not involved in this case. Okay. You were involved in Laney's case, so.
Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearance case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their names. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Florence, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Really disappointing.
Well, oh shit.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently preparing suspect for a major case. This isn't a place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
Oh shit.
Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have made very little progress.
Wow, so far this court case has gone nowhere,
In
bro.
that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearance case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on? What is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers. Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjection.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? No. We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default. Correct?
Oh, A young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I've gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Marcel.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends-to-enemy type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Charge of false accusation. Then why wasn't Farina charged with false accusation though?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guard, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Sometimes talking to Chris Marcel wants to stand.
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies, sir. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Alice the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think I was the one who killed your father? Come on. Why would I do that? Alice was my benefactor, and remember, both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case. Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardien. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Alice, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callis was defeated by champion duelist Ferrand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injury.
Alright.
These are the known facts about the case.
Are you sure?
The only thing that the case was that, not my father. That never had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jack first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the 2 culprits turned the third person into Wallace, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea. Let me think for a little bit.
Okay.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Brock had thoughts of assassinating Talus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Talus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself.
Alright.
But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that he was turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Okay.
This assassin first up Jacques, then turned to shoot Talus, only for Talus to wrap up a gun to him and kill him.
Yeah, I'm not that good at this shit.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Talus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
So far, it's going in our favor.
That's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Talus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess we didn't shoot each other after all. Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence. Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navi said. In fact, there was nothing in his speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask you a question? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims? Well, I'm at this very moment. If you don't have any evidence, you can just go home. I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against the record of people who were missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearance case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender. That makes sense to me. Monsieur Nicolas, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction. I must feel that Celine is acting a little differently today.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again? Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Talus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense. I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water in the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed Tina Virosula was in dire straits, and he had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that would place a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that the Wardell had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearance case.
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out out war with Athena right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Tina de Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Tina de Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot and restore my father's truth and honor back to him. So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist ring? That's right. Do you have any proof? Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Turan.
Damn.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Turan, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice. So, during the duel, did you believe that Talus was intending to die?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, it started late.
As a champion duelist, I fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Talus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Wow.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
What? What you said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case? Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Talus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And, at the end of Lenny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely as they were already at the scene.
Alright. Wow. That's a lot.
Coincidentally,
That the Cobra has to do.
Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Wow.
Well, that's why you suspect me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. No need to do it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child down here. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to paper.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
I don't know what you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigation, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're going to tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Talus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
Wow.
I do apologize, Mademoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. Instead, you've come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of mysterious disappearances? You could also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
You got the wrong guy. At this rate, Nabi will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he nears the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong to them, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by sympathy, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. And for some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Monday?
Oh shit. Oh damn, like, oh. Oh shit, busted.
Oh, so you do know that name.
You're surprised. You suddenly say the name of someone I've never heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yo. A while earlier at the entrance of the production base. So it basically goes back and forth essentially, so yeah. So it's gonna go back and forth between the court case and us sneaking through that headquarters, so yeah. Oh, and at first it did, and we thought that it was going to give us any time to set up our group. So yeah. Okay. The usual group, so yeah. Yeah, let's do this shit. What happened is that Navia is accusing Marcel of murder. So yeah. Now here's the thing. It says that if Navia is caught, if she's caught falsely accusing Marcel, then she gets arrested. So yeah. Which makes no sense, considering that Farina falsely accused someone, and yet we don't see her suffer the consequence at all. We don't see her suffer any consequences at all. I'm wondering, oh, but she runs this shit. But you know who also ran shit? Nixon. He used to run the U.S. decades ago, and look what happened to him. Watergate tapes came out, and he ended up resigning from his spot as president. So yeah. Which is the only time that has ever happened in the U.S. So yeah. As of 2025. So yeah. at once. Oh, let's go. Oh, damn. Oh shit. Also the water rises. Okay.
The water level is rising. Yeah, it's freaking hot. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Okay, so let's go through the ship. Nothing yet. Over here. Lock off. Ooh. Oh my god. Fucking backup.
Let's get it on. Look alive. Ready, steady, go! Off the exit. Oh. Oh. Yeah, ready? Power the engine lights on.
Let's go. Damn. I know. Let's open this. Oh. Oh. Let's go. We're still in here, you guys. So yeah. Oh shit. They built a bridge for us. Now we have to fight enemies, bro. All I have to deal with these two idiots. I'm sorry that they don't get pushed off the damn platform, bro.
Eyes on me!
No,
Haven't won yet.
it regains health. So I can't push either of them off, bro. Because they'll just regenerate and regain all their health, bro. That's something I don't want, bro. Especially if they're low on health. Bro. Check his ass out. That was awesome. Of the that was fucking awesome. Go down. Time to go down. I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Now let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the opera house and help Nadia. Let's see what's hidden there. Nothing escapes Detective Carmine's eyes. Howard. Nadia's father. Oh, this needs to be an investigation report here.
Probably related to Cameron's dog case.
Yeah, it's about finding someone who assassinated Johnson Palace because of a lack of confidence that Johnson himself would go through with it. This could prove the existence of the third person, right?
There you go.
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Palace has passed on to certain members of his organization. No doubt the real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Nadia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
They planned it well. That's all I'm saying.
They're all the same people.
We did the bookshelf already. There's other shit to the miscellaneous objects.
Well, that's not it. Ah, the person really kissing. His accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
There's a name too.
Oh, Clarence did it too. Wait, why are all these two things labeled with different girls' names?
They probably belong to the victim.
Huh? The girl from the serial disappearances? They were brought here, and then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. The same. Suddenly. Oh, this is terrible.
Obsessions of missing people. Experiment table.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Bishop Eagle's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Email specimen 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. Sorry, Traveler. I will try your best. It's just that humans never read something so serious before. How could someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. I'm not so scared to keep going.
The goal of the researcher.
So that's why you did all of these experiments. Like, do you really think you'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
There's no name here.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? I thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
No.
Ah, really? Vasquez is the one who did all these, experiments?
Yeah, he signed off on a bunch of experimental reports.
And that's it. Vasquez was no victim. The police took his lover and... No, that's not it either. But that's the case. Why would you want people to resurface from the water?
Must be more than this. the name.
Mexican podcast, ready to drink, staff paper? Huh. They've also got all the kids pretty clearly labeled. No, they even proof for this shit?
Well, that definitely proves that this is where they produce things.
Yeah, it's super obvious.
Well, okay, that's another thing. New research. That must be the water from the memorial too.
Exactly. This is where they make all the food. And that's special water for many reasons. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get sick. But the food substance is all consuming. I know what this meal from this incriminating evidence. We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. Like,
Who really is this volunteer?
yeah, even with anything I revealed its true identity. No wonder even wasn't find anything. Whoever it is probably put everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this stuff to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Listen, I'm not one of Mr. Things to this guy either.
Thing is that we look at everything, bruh. That's my main thing. We look at everything, bruh. Hopefully they can't even hook them here to look at them again. Okay. After some time. I found it. Take a look at this page in particular.
Oh, no. Oh, this is where they're all passed out. Was she unhappy with all of that? The final name she decided on was myself. Wait, myself? Pretty old. Has this place been going on for so long that she's frustrated and been near grown science?
I figured it out.
I'm sure I figured it out yet.
I'm just saying, complex evidence relates back to the opera house.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Roche? Oh, so you do know that name.
You're surprised. You suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that. As expected of my partner, I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Miss Joy, nevertheless. Given their confidence, I expect they found the crucial evidence.
You say you never heard of Bolshir? Well, look at this.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Marcel.
Wow.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair. We already know everything. After your letter, the nearest to God, I suggested no waiting to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. We created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Marcel. So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established. This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Martha's real expectations for his daughter.
Well,
Of our determination to see things through. Your determination. Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage. Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention. What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of life disclose right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believes me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Cardienat were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into one. I must have gone mad from grief. Being deftly thrust away by all of you, and it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ah, well, too late now. All those who were resolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You dragged this ornery opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Your beloved drama. Blind eye to the suffering of the people. Lumiere is dead. We promised together that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow, but I'm not from this blasted place. I can't be resolved, no matter what I do.
Is that water from the primordial feeding station?
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. You all see. I can't go. I can't follow. If I can't go with Edith, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed talent still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles. Only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end. The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him. Don't touch me. Don't anyone come near me. Yeah. I promise. I promise. Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Don't think badly of me.
He's going insane, bro.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guard, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearance case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Rocher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, Lumiere. During an underwater expedition, Lumiere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented a new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market since. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president, Calais, at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Calais into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Livy as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Livy failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearance case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vache is guilty.
Yeah, you got caught, homeboy.
What? It's Vache. Good. It's what he deserves.
That serial disappearance case is over now.
You haven't witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy? We are not giving the death of justice! Because so many innocent people are now simultaneously deserved. Huh?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Navia?
And what those who were absolutely free. They are late boss that always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa. Spina di Rosula still doing well with me at the helm.
Yeah. Yeah, this case was extremely personal to Navia.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big old happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the law, Miss Fontaine. This is always to your rule.
All right. But this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearance case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
Huh?
Hey! That's not funny. Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
real.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fasui harbinger? Do you think the Aura Streets might have just convicted him on general principle?
Like, weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
How did you declare guilty by Orchard?
The judgment of the Aura Streets Mechanique Family by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guard, please take the suspect into custody for court protocol.
Oh,
So this is how justice is done on Kane. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
damn.
I am sorry. If you have been wrong, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Damn.
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Aura Treaty's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for what it is, probably ask someone more knowledgeable to do it.
Even if the Chief Justice doesn't know.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened there either. What does Lady Marina mean by that?
She says she has blood nature, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Aura Treaty herself?
For real.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
Damn. Fought right-handed.
My dearest citizen, do you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Do you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken, or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Tell me, you thought even I had been blindsided by the Aura Treaty's result. Look at now, it was quite obvious you had no idea what was going on. However, given the state of things, I shall give you an everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action that disturbed drama and excitement.
So you essentially fake your reactions, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. Embodiment of the very concept of justice. The Oracles shall never render an arbitrary judgment. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the dangers he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable. All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oracle's verdict. Now, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo.
Well, she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
Did you say we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
They pull the rug out from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll get word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he would have prison someday, right?
Yeah, he did some bad stuff. Since back in Leeway, so. Which is back in chapter 1, by the way. And we're currently on chapter 4. Currently. Which is a long time ago, bro. Wow. That's just wow. Wait. I didn't even read the whole fucking thing, bro. Okay. It's a lot, bro. You know what? Never mind, bro. It would have most likely taken long anyways, to be honest. So, yeah. So, oh yeah, right here. Try to see repeat itself. Abandon the truth behind the Sarah Terrence case.
Oh, well, you'll never know. That's how you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine's court. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Oh. That's the first time we've seen Novelette fought, bro. Throughout the whole game so far. Wow. That was crazy. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey, Traveler!
What do you want?
Stop resisting arrest. Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list. No, wait. I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
What?
Go on. Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you put people named Sachet? I erased all records of that name. So, yes.
Wow.
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Yeah.
Really? You did? You were sure? You read her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
Around the fountain of Lucine.
Fountain of Lucine? Yes. And she's been so close to me all along. And I just never. Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care. What? Give it in. If you want to take a mile, do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
I agree. Why don't you give him what he wants, and he's only done it first? It's a terrible thing.
This request Is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
But they betrayed it. Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that.
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape. In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bring Marcel to that damn fountain. Wait, if I can remember correctly, I think that you could like the viewpoint photo up the thing. If I can remember correctly, so yeah. Oh, I forgot I was here, not down there. Of that court shit. I can't believe this whole thing is both a courtroom and a fucking theater, bruh. A theater stage, bruh. And I will admit that Fontaine has beautiful designs in it, so yeah. Okay, so we're gonna continue this in the next episode, yeah, guys. So see you guys next time. Vibration TV sign off.